Smartsheet just rolled out some huge updates in table view, and honestly, we haven't seen a jump and enhancement like this in years. Number 5 is one of my personal favorites, and it's something I've been wishing for and asking for years, and it has now arrived. It is actually a personal game changer for me on multiple solutions that I'm building for some clients right now, and hopefully it will be the same for you. And if you haven't yet already, please grab your free dashboard training where I teach you how to create dashboards the correct way that will impress your clients and your boss. All right, let's dive in. All right, let's go ahead and go into table view. And in order to do that, on any sheet, you're going to go up here to where it says grid. And you have all your different options here that you can choose from. I have different videos for each one of these, but today we're talking on the new enhancements on table view. So we're just gonna click table view. So we're in table view. And the first thing I wanted to cover with you guys is AI formulas. AI formulas. So what I mean by that is instead of manually being blindingly walking through the dark trying to create a formula for you, they've made it a little easier in table view to fill out a formula. So let's say I want to put a formula inside of profit. And for my formula, I simply want my revenue minus my expenses. So I'm just going to double click into this first cell here. I'm going to click the equal sign and watch what happens. On the right, a panel appears. And if I click into this panel, I simply write first formula I want to start working on, which would be sum, enter, and then instead of trying to finagle with this, I can literally start typing in the name of the column, revenue, or it pulls it up for me, and I want to minus it from expenses. There we go. So I want my revenue minus expenses, and down here I can choose to either apply it to the cell, apply it to the whole column, or create a new column. Well, I want to apply it to the entire column for profit, because that's what I have highlighted here is the cell in profit. So I'm going to apply to column, give it a second, and it's running my formula all the way down for me. So now I want to turn this into $sign. It's already highlighted for me, so I'm going to click the $sign, and there we have AI formula working for us inside of Smartsheet. Next, I want to cover data linking. Data linking. So what we're going to do is we're going to link data from another sheet in real time to this sheet right here. And anytime data links from one sheet, it automatically updates the data in this sheet for us in real time. So we have here test sheet A, and I have another sheet here for us called test sheet B, which is in grid view. And let's say I want to use this revenue. I want to use the numbers here from this revenue from test sheet B to populate and replace the data here in this revenue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my table view, and I'm going to erase this data here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click over on the top right where it says more tools. I'm going to choose link column data, and what I'm going to do is I already have something going on here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to click add, and I'm going to pick the sheet that I want to pull the data from. So I'm going to go over to test sheet B. Just to make it easy on myself, I'm going to copy and paste the name of the sheet. Paste it right in here. I can search for it manually, or I can just type it in here. There it is. I'm going to choose it. And then I need what's called a unique identifier. Think of that like the key. It has to match on both sides, and it has to be unique. The perfect example here would be simply the name of the project, project A through F. So we have project A through F, and then we have project A through G over here. So this will be my unique identifier on both sheets. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to choose projects. So projects here, projects here, projects here, and projects here. That's my unique identifier. That's my key. And now that I have my key in place, my unique identifier, now I can choose all the different columns that I want to link in. For this example, I just want to link in from test sheet B the revenue right here. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to choose revenue, and I automatically found the target column called revenue as well in test sheet A. If there are two different column names, which you definitely can have, they don't have to match. It may not find it for you, you just have to choose from the drop down where you want it to go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and click link, give it a few seconds, and this is going to populate the data from test sheet B. And there it is. It's all flowing in now. Perfect. And that is how you do data linking. Next, we're going to cover enhanced filters and personal filters. So over here in table view, if you click on filters, on the bottom is going to appear another section that says add filter. You're going to click here. And then you can choose which column you want to filter on. Say I want to filter on the column called projects. Well, as you can notice here, I can pick and choose what I want in my filter. Maybe I want just projects A, C, E. There we go. And then if I want to save this filter and give it a name, I'm going to call this Justin's personal filter. And I can choose, is it just going to me that's going to see it, or I'm going to share it with the group. Maybe I want it just for me. And then you can also add even more conditionals here. You know, if I want to do an and or an or for more things here. Click save. And now, when I close a filter and open it up, my personal filters show up here. Here we go, right here. And I can have a laundry list of different filters specific to me or shared to my team. Next, I want to show you an enhancement in a column creation. So in column creation, you click column to the right, and you can choose from all these different options now, more options than before, and categorized in a more efficient manner. So you can choose what type of column property that you want to create. Maybe we want to do a drop-down list. Now in this drop-down list, another thing that you can do in enhanced table view is in your drop-down list, you can do color coordination. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a name. We'll call it status. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in my options here. Maybe we'll say pending, approved, declined, cancel. As you notice, you have different colors here. You can choose your different color schemes. So I want pending to be yellow, green to be approved, red to be declined, and cancel will be gray. And I click apply. I can choose my options here, and as you can see here, the color coordination goes with that option. All right, now we're moving on to number 5, my ultimate favorite enhancement that they've made, linked drop-down columns. So what I mean by that is, let's go ahead and choose the drop-down column that we just created, and it's called status, but let's go ahead and delete this. We'll delete the data in here. And maybe we're choosing the wrong type of status. Maybe it's not project specific, but maybe it's like for a shipment of widgets. We need to know the status of the shipment. So not approved or pending or canceled, but we need to know, has it been ordered? Has it been shipped? Is the order being delayed? That type of status. And we don't have that information here, but we do have it in test sheet B. So we have a status here where it's ordered, shipped, arrived, delayed. These are our different options here. Well, I want this information to pull up in the drop down here for me, and it's not showing up here. It's just pending, approved, declined, and canceled. So what we're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you can click on the 3 dots here and go to column properties, or you can just double click into the header, and we're going to go to this third option here and toggle off and on, and we're going to choose to have this toggled on. And I already have it here, but let's kicks and giggles. Let's say there's nothing here. What you can do is you can either copy the URL link of this sheet and paste it in, and it will automatically find all the columns in this sheet. So these 4 columns, these columns here, that we can bring in as a drop down, and I'm going to choose status, which is these right here. I'm going to click apply. Now, when I go to my options, it's no longer pending or approved. It's not the old status, it's the new status. It's ordered, shipped, arrived, and delayed. Now watch this. If I add a new status, let's say it's Johnny Appleseed, and I click OK. I click Save. Refresh it here for kicks and giggles. So now the drop down has an option of Johnny Appleseed that I can choose in here. Then I go to test sheet A, and there it is right there, Johnny Appleseed. So sometimes you may just have to click refresh on your sheet real quick to give it a little kick in the pants, but now my option is there. Pretty cool. Next, we have an improved details panel. So if you go over here to any one of these sheets, or any of these rows, excuse me, you can open item details, and then everything specific to that row will show up right here in a vertical panel for you. So it's easier to work with and easier to move stuff around. So you can see here, you can also have a one-stop shop for your attachments and your conversations. And you can even take a copy row link right here, and you can paste it, say, into an email to one of your team members or your boss, whoever, so they have row-specific information directly to that link. The next enhancement they made is something that we've honestly been needing for a while now, and I'm really glad they came out with it. If you haven't yet already noticed, down below, just like in Excel, it's doing calculations for us. So right now I have row number 1 highlighted. It's given me the count of cells, it's given me the sum, and it's given me the average. So for instance, if I take this data here and I just drag my mouse down, it's summing and averaging all of the data for me and giving me a count. If I do it for the dates, it'll give me a count, and look at this, it gives me the max date in this column and the earliest date in that column. Obviously, if it's just projects, it's just going to give me a count. This is extremely helpful, so you don't have to build formulas just to do a count for you. It's automatically doing it on the bottom right for you in real time. All right, next is hyperlinks. You can actually do a hyperlink without having just, the entire actual hyper URL link in there. It's the actual text. So let's call this hyperlink. And maybe we want Smartsheet training website. If I pull up my website here, Smartsheet Made Simple. Just doing a little shameless plug here. Just launched my new website called Smartsheet Made Simple. And in here, I have the option to go into my Smartsheet course. We do Smartsheet consulting and free online training. All right, so I'm going to take this hyperlink here, copy it, and I'm going to go to my table view. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click into here. I'm going to click add hyperlink. I'm going to paste it in, but the display text will stay the same. And now I have my hyperlink in there. All right, I hope this has been very helpful for you guys. Again, just to summarize, we covered AI formulas, data linking, personal filters, enhanced column creation, my personal favorite, linked drop-down columns, enhanced detailed panels, auto calculation on the bottom right of the screen at all times, and hyperlink text. Please drop a comment below and let me know which one was your favorite and which enhancements you'd like to see next. As always, take care and God bless.